Yo, what's good, y'all? I would like to welcome y'all back to episode 75 of the Von Talks podcast. Today, on which I'm recording this podcast, is July 31st, 2026. And first, I would like to say shout out to my current, past, and new listeners. Y'all already know I highly appreciate y'all, man. Before we get into this show, make sure you follow me on all of my socials. It will be in the description box below. Make sure that you follow me anywhere because I am literally everywhere out this motherfucker. You understand? So, listen, we about to go ahead and get straight into it. We start off the pod every single time. I gotta ask you, and you ain't gotta answer me directly, obviously. But you could just answer to yourself and really just check in with yourself, man. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing good. I hope your weekend was swell. I mean, you already know I'm recording this on Friday, so hopefully your Friday was good. Hope your whole entire week was good for you. Hopefully you were productive over the weekend, and I don't mean just with a job, but doing something that you enjoy doing, whether that's reading a book, watching movies, you understand, hanging out with friends and watching movies, you feel me, hanging out with friends and reading books, you know what I mean, or just playing the video game or hanging out with friends on the video game. You get what I'm talking about, bro. So listen, man, I just really hope that you did what you wanted to do over the weekend, what you, something that made you happy over the weekend. And I hope that nothing got in your way this week, bruh, from doing what you really wanted to do. I hope really nothing got in your way. You understand what I'm saying? I know life happens, but life don't gotta happen all the time, every motherfucking day, every motherfucking week, unless that's just with the time period that you're in. You understand? Before we continue on to the gaming section, that's one thing I want to hit on real quick. I really want y'all to recognize the type of cycle that you're in, understand? Because you might be a woe is me type of motherfucker. It's always happening to me, and it ain't really happening to you. It's happening for you type shit. But if you do feel like it's really happening to you, why is that? Recognize the patterns on what led up to this. You understand? And then think about, last week it wasn't so bad. Last week ain't nothing happened for real. You understand? But this week, you got a couple ones and twos that tripped you up a little bit, but you didn't fall. And then, it can get worse than that if it does. But always remember, like, okay, at one point, it was never like this. I was happy. This is just temporary. Temporary could be a day or two, 6 months, a year or two, however long. But just know that you can get through it, and it won't feel so long as long as you taking the proper mental breaks, the right way to I don't want to say the right way, but just for lack of a better term, the right way to take care of yourself, I guess. That's not what I want to say. I had what I wanted to say, but I lost it, so I'm just trying to keep it going. I just hope that you learn that shit don't last forever. It's just temporary. And you're going to get through it, bro, whatever it is. And remember, the good times, they do come back around. They don't always last, but they do come back around. And just always remember that. So, that's enough of that. I am good, doing good, just getting better. I had just got my goddamn light bill today, boy. That shit high. I'm like, goddamn. These weak-ass light bills, man. Because other than that, though, I ain't complaining. That's just something I just got to pay that motherfucker. It is what it is, man. I just don't like seeing the number. That's all that is. Pretty sure a lot of y'all can relate to that. Paying bills, it is what it is. We really shouldn't, but, it's a different conversation for another day. It is what it is. You got to pay that motherfucker regardless. You understand what I'm saying? You just don't like seeing the number. When the number is low and you got to dish it out to something that ain't going towards something that's productive, then ain't no complaints at all. When the number a lot higher, and you was like, damn, okay, that extra money could have went towards this. That's what's like, all right, that's where the issue lies. At least for me. Like I said, I don't, it is what it is. But other than that, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm big chilling, bro. I'm just happy to be here, that I can come back and talk to y'all every single fucking week, and get my morning started this way. You understand what I'm saying? I will say this week I've been slacking on the workouts. But in exchange for the workouts, I always, because a lot of the time I work out in the morning and then I take my dogs out for like a 30, 45 minute walk at night when the sun go down a little bit, because it'd be hot as a bitch outside. So this week I've been slacking. I worked out Monday and Wednesday for leg day because I don't skip leg day. I did that, and then the rest of the week I kind of slept in a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you, but like I said, it doesn't hurt much because I go on a 30-45 minute walk every night with my puppies. You understand? So just make sure they get their steps in as well. And it's for them to use the bathroom the last time of the day. So yeah, man, I still get my exercise in. Not getting the full workout like how I want to, but I still get my exercise in. Every single day, whatever it is. I'm about to get back to jump roping. That's what I want to do. I want to jump rope. Like, I don't know if I want to do it on certain days where, like, okay, I get up, I work out, I get up in the morning because I work out at like 5:15. So I'm thinking I could take an extra 15 minutes and get my workout started by jumping rope. Then once I'm done jumping rope, go ahead and get into the workout. So that's kind of like my warm up. So jump rope for 15 minutes. I probably don't want to do that shit for 15 minutes. I think that's a little too long. Maybe 5 to 8 minutes. We'll see. I'm gonna have to look it up because I like jumping rope, but I need to see exactly what is a good time so the way I'm not putting a lot of pressure on my joints and shit like that. But anyways, I've been getting that in. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm dropping content every motherfucking day. Constantly meditating, just working on myself harder than I do anything else. I'm happy to be here, bro. I really ain't got no complaints for real. To be honest with you, I'm just improving myself, my finances, spiritual walk. You know what I'm saying? Mental, all that. I'm just improving that relationships. I'm just improving everything as much as I can with the lot of time that I have. You understand what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it for me, man. Let's go ahead and get into this game, man. We spent 7 minutes on the intro. As y'all know, the gaming space still weird as far as the games that's dropping, which is about to pick up starting in August 4th. We got Beast of Reincarnation. We got Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, which I did play the beta. That shit was fire. I had a lot of fun. I ran a couple ranked matches, but I had a lot of open lobbies with my homies in our community. So that shit was pretty fucking cool, man. Ran a lot of lobbies. I was like, oh, this is fire. We had like nine motherfuckers up in there. It was lit, bro. It was lit. So I already know when the full game come out, we should have more people on that bit. That's a day one cop for me. Then we got Mortal Shell 2 dropping on the 20th of August. And then I got all of this Jester content to drop as well. So, I'm in this program where, I drop a game, depending on how many views I get paid. Simple as that. And I have so many videos that I need to drop because it's a couple games that I am interested in. I'm just like, damn, bro, this is, man, I am happy. I am grateful. Listen, I'm super grateful, but it's so many games, bro. So many games, so much content that I want to make for this shit, man. August is already starting off crazy because we already know the back end of this year was gonna get wild as hell. So whatever because we had games dropping in there every month that was like, oh, I want to play this, I want to play that. You know what I'm saying? A little something for everybody. Like I'm still playing. I'm trying to beat Lego Batman before Beast of Reincarnation, which that dropped in 4 days. I want to progress through the Adventures of Elliot and Mina the Hollower as much as I can before Mortal Shell come out. But it's gonna be hard because I'm gonna be on Marvel Tokon like a motherfucker. Then I got all of this other content I need to make for these for the opportunities that I have. It's just like, man, it's a lot, boy. And then I'm bringing y'all the pie. So nigga, I'm busy, I'm working, we getting to it, and that's all right because I'm bringing this content, man. I'm happy that I'm able to do this shit and do it my own way with also providing quality. You fed me? But that's on the bright side of the gaming things, right? Now we have the dark side. The Xbox Game Pass, I think I mentioned this last week. I don't think the Xbox Game Pass is going to last much longer. And the biggest factor for that is, and I'm pretty sure you can guess it, they're not making enough money on that motherfucker. I think they making like $1 billion, but that's not subsidizing how much they are. Like for all of the games that are on the Game Pass, that's not subsidizing pay at all. At least I would think with all of these games that's coming day one to Game Pass, especially with these games that have budgets of like 200 million, 300 million. Like I had just seen a headline of an article, I think it was produced by IGN, and they was talking about Fable, you know, the reboot of Fable that's going to be dropping next year, I believe in February 2027. They talking about that shit is what was the word they used? Worryingly over budget, or what was the word they used? I forgot exactly what word they used, bro. But they saying that shit is over budget. So with that being said, if this game is over budget and they talking about this shit is coming to the Game Pass, how is that studio gonna make this money? Me, I'm not subscribed to the Game Pass. I don't think I will subscribe to the Game Pass unless that shit come back down to $20 or some shit like that and I see the value was there. I'm gonna buy the game because that looked good. I only played a little bit of Fable 1 like maybe 6 years ago, just trying to see what was to. I think it was a little longer than maybe 8 years ago. But the game was so old by then. It just didn't. I'm like, all right, whatever, man. I just get us another chance. I just get us a try another time. But now they got the reboot of it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that motherfucker. I'm not subscribed to the Game Pass. And the Xbox Game Pass is bringing in 30 million subscribers a year. And you would think like, damn, that's a whole lot. But keep in mind, it's not when these games that they are putting out as day one on Game Pass, like Gears of War, ain't no telling the Gears of War E-Day, ain't no telling what that budget was like to make that game. That's gonna be on Game Pass day one. Fable reboot, ain't no telling what budget that was like for that game. It seems like they put a couple $100 million in that motherfucker the way that shit look. Plus they saying that that every NPC have their own voice lines and they all unique to each other and all this, that, and the third. Like I'm pretty sure that budget was fucking insane. That's gonna be day one on Game Pass. How they gonna make this motherfucking money if only 30 million people are subscribed to Game Pass, and not all 30 million people are willing to play Gears of War E-Day, are willing to play Fable. So how they gonna make this money? You understand what I'm saying? So it really depends, bro. It seems like they were subsidizing a lot of their costs by putting their games like Indiana Jones, Forza, it was Halo, and it was something else, a couple others on PlayStation. And they was making buku amounts of dollars on that motherfucker, man. Every time an Xbox game was going to PlayStation and they had got the release date and everything, the pre-orders or the launch date, they had sold so many, like it was like top one in pre-orders for whatever game, for each game that was on that motherfucker. It was between 1 and 10. It was always up there. And so they was making a whole lot of money on that shit, bro. So this just leads me to believe that the Xbox Game Pass is not going to be around much longer because they're not making that much money off that motherfucker, man. I mean, just think about it. You can tell they wasn't making that. I think this was. I didn't really think about it until now, but I think the driving factor for me to believe that the Xbox Game Pass ain't really doing what they saying is doing, what they wanted to do. Because one, they was talking about they want to beat profit margins by the industry standard of like 22%. So the industry standard of how much they make games is like 17% year over year, something like that. Crazy numbers, right? Xbox talking about they want to do, or Microsoft said they want Xbox to do, or just the whole conglomerate as a whole to do fucking 22%. Like, boy, where y'all getting this money from? The economy is getting shittier. Around this time when this came out, you can look it up. I forgot that when the article had came out, but I think this article came out maybe a year or two ago. I think sometime last year. It's like, but what is this money coming from? We've been in a recession since 2020, and it's been getting worse and worse since then. Where's the money coming from? On top of that, Xbox is going to have to rely on people to forget about their subscription and keep that money going like that. But if people are like keen to this shit and they feel like, okay, I'm not getting that much value. It's still a little too expensive. I need to save money and cut while I can. People are going to unsubscribe from the Xbox Game Pass. So, where's this money gonna come from? So this is so this is just making me think like, damn, how is the Xbox Game Pass gonna make money? And these games are $70, $80, right? But most people that are going to be playing these games are going to, especially if it's going to be exclusive to Xbox or on the Game Pass, they're going to play that shit through the Game Pass, bro, because shit is too expensive. So, to combat what I'm saying, though, now what's making me think, okay, the Xbox Game Pass might have a little staying power because with all of these games being as expensive as it is, they trying to make everything an Xbox. Same shit that Sarah Bond and fucking, what's that boy name? Phil Spencer. He was the last CEO before he stepped down and Asha Sharma had took over. That's what they were trying to push before. And everybody was like, well, what's the point of having an Xbox if I can just da-da-da-da-da, you feel me? Now that Asha Sharma is doing it, it seemed like there's no backlash for that at all. So we still raise the question, what's the point of having an Xbox if everything else is going to be an Xbox? They talking about they trying to get it on all systems, TVs, and all types of shit, like how they been doing, because they trying to get more people on the Xbox Game Pass. But I still don't think they're going to make as much money as they think they are, because they're going to be like, oh, we now have 70 million, because they want to have 70 million Xbox users, and that's probably enough for them to break even. So they trying to get everything. So they trying to get the Xbox Game Pass on everything, right? But how are they? So are they going to be genuine about these numbers? Because if they put in the Xbox Game Pass everywhere, right, and they want to hit 70 million subscribers or users or whatever the case may be, are they going to count it like, okay, wherever the Xbox Game Pass is on? So say if the Xbox Game Pass is on 70 TVs 70 million TVs across America or whatever the case may be that they can account for, are they going to count it like that, or are they going to account for, oh, these people are actually subscribed to the Xbox Game Pass on these devices? Like, is that how they're gonna, like, how are they gonna count that? I'm curious about that. But they loving that they ain't nobody saying nothing about Asha Sharma for doing the same thing. And I feel like they just wanted a reason to kick Sarah Bond out of that motherfucker, man, and get Asha Sharma in. And I think Asha Sharma was really just to be in there to cut jobs and this, that, and the third, which that's another thing they've been subsidizing or trying to save money, which is crazy. They firing a whole lot of people, and you already know where that's headed. I talked about it already, man. Generative AI and all that shit. That's definitely going to play a big role within these companies. So Asha Sharma was the head, was the head at Core AI in Microsoft. So I would be a damn fool to not believe otherwise, man. Like it's too much of a correlation there. Like y'all not about to piss on my head and tell me it's raining. Like that's not what's about to happen out this bitch. You feel me? Yeah, man. It's just crazy when it comes to the gaming space right now and everything that's happening. It's just like I said, I when it comes to the Xbox Game Pass, they might have something similar, but not the way it is now. I think what they're gonna do first is be like, okay, no more day one games on Game Pass. These games are going to come to Game Pass after a while, or you will have to subscribe to a super tier or whatever the case may be to have access to these games, because they talking about having ad tiers and shit like that, to where if you subscribe to the Xbox Game Pass or for free, you have access to these games, but you gotta watch ads. I'm not feeling that. I'm not gonna do that shit. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. It's gonna be real interesting, man. Like I said, for me, I'm predicting that the Xbox Game Pass might not be around too much longer. They might do a rebrand of whatever the case may be, because first of all, their marketing is shitty. A lot of their smaller games should be blown the fuck up. Like Kiln, that was on the Game Pass. South of Midnight, that was on the Game Pass before they let Compulsion Games go. And a few other games, man. It's just like they should have been putting a whole lot of money behind these and to get people to want to play these games. Like their marketing is garbage. Like that Xbox is just in shambles right now. They just in shambles right now, man. It's nasty. They're taking L's, and so is PlayStation. PlayStation is also taking L's, but they're taking L's in a different way. I guarantee you, they not making as much money off of their exclusives. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're not making a multiplayer. I don't think exclusives are important nowadays. Like I really don't. But I'm gonna say that conversation for another day, man. What I want to talk about with PlayStation and Xbox at the same time, they had outages. Yes, server outages. So with that being said, because they had server outages, you already know they're trying to push towards an all digital future, which is not good for us as the consumer, because that's gonna give full control to these companies over the things that we buy that's in our library. I'm speaking it very slow because it seems like a lot of people like to miss important details when it comes to these types of conversations. They're gonna have full, like Sony, PlayStation is going full digital in 2028. All production for physical discs are coming to full stop, nigga. Halt. Big stop sign, boy. Ain't no pass going 200. Ain't no collect 200 on go. None of that shit, boy. That shit is coming full stop in 2028. So that means the PS6 is gonna be a fully digital console, no disc tray. That also means no backwards compatibility. Oh well, if they're bringing these old games to PS Plus, bruh, they can charge. They can. Okay. Let me just say this. That gives them full control over the what's that market? What would that market be called? I can't think of the name of it, bruh. But like that market where you can go buy old games from mom and pop shop, shit like that, you know, and be able to pop those old ass games into your PlayStation, the current PlayStation you're using now, that's gonna take that ability away from you, which means that they can lock away these IPs that they once had. Cause say if you can't find a PS2, PS1 nowadays, and a lot of the games that you used to play back then, because you got to think about it too. For all of the games that didn't get sold, those got destroyed. The copy that you own, that shit probably scratched to fucking oblivion, so you can't even play it on your PS2 anyway. You understand? Like, it's gonna make it a lot harder for you to have access to these retro games because they're gonna lock it behind these subscription services. They come and go. When the Xbox servers went down, and it went down for a couple hours for those few hours, they didn't even have access to the games that they downloaded digitally. They didn't have access to those games. They couldn't play them. And then some also reported that they couldn't even play the games that they had the disc for. They couldn't play those games. Do y'all not see the issue here? It's not about, oh, I haven't bought anything physical in a while. This, that, and the third. They're taking away choices away from you. They're taking away options away from you. There's a bigger picture here. There's always a bigger picture, not just a simple one-way street of, well, I ain't bought shit physical in years. I'm glad that they're going away from physical. Why? Why would they keep physical? You want to have the option, bruh. But people like to skip over that fact as if it doesn't affect them until it affects them. Oh, well, it doesn't matter if PSN went down. I don't care that I didn't have access to my games. I don't care that I couldn't play the game that I bought that I paid $70 for right then and there, because I could just go do something else. I could just go outside. Like, bruh, you dumb fuck. That's not. Okay, let me bring it down. Let me bring it down. I was about to start getting crazy, but I'm not about to get crazy. I'm gonna just keep it here. Nigga, that's not the point. The point is, I should have access to the things that I buy 24/7. I don't give a fuck how long it's down. I don't give a fuck that it only happened to you for a few minutes. That, oh, it's only down for a few minutes. I'll back up playing within 10 minutes. I don't give a fuck. I shouldn't lose access to my game library, period, that I paid $70 for. So we still got some people fighting a good fight for, trying to keep everything physical and shit like that. But we also need to fight for more ownership, because you already know the future that they're going, man. By 2030, they already talking about you will own nothing and be happy. By 2030. You know what year it is? 2026. So we got to get our head out of our asses now and try to do more now. Because you already don't own the phone, because you lease your phone for about $50 to $100, however much you lease that bitch for. You don't own your phone. You don't pay. If you don't pay off the phone, guess what? You lose access to that phone. Hold on, my puppies are barking real quick. It's okay, twins. We got the damn it's maintenance folks doing whatever they doing, setting up some shit. So they barking like a motherfucker. I'm trying to talk through it. You fed me, but I might have to cut this shit out if I do, man. Brandy, come here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Good girl. My bad. Damn, I lost my train of thought, man. What was I saying? Yeah, like I said, I don't give a fuck that the shit was down for you for a few minutes and then it came back up. Like, just because it was down for you for a few minutes, it was down for others for a few hours. Like I said, we definitely need to, that's what I was saying. We definitely need to focus more on ownership. Because like I said, by 2030, they're talking about you will own nothing to be happy. And that's what I was saying. That's what it is. Okay, let's get back to it. So you already don't own your phone. You don't pay off the phone, you lose access to that motherfucker, bruh. You don't own your car. If you ain't pay a car in cash, nigga, you don't own your car, because if you don't pay that note, guess what? That bitch repoed. That don't sound like ownership to me. You don't own your house. Motherfuckers already can't afford a home. But you don't own your house because you gotta pay mortgage on it. You don't pay that mortgage, the bank take it. Then you also gotta pay property taxes. So you really still don't fully own your home. The only way you don't get out of property taxes is if you are like me. You don't understand what I'm saying? I'm a veteran. I serve. I got 100%. You fed me? I don't got to pay property taxes on my properties that I own. So I will fully own my home. When mortgage is paid and all of that shit, I'm going to fully own my home. Because I ain't got to pay. So you got to pay property tax. You fully don't own that. What else? We are paying subscriptions for everything. Everything that I named previously are on subscriptions. Fucking the entertainment that we have, gotta pay a subscription for it. Nigga, our whole life is a subscription. We only here for an allotted amount of time and then we gone. So like everything. So if that's the case, we gotta own as much shit as we possibly can. That's where that's where the fight has to be focused on next. If the whole physical thing doesn't work out, we gotta, if these servers go down, I don't give a fuck. Especially if it's a single player game. If I'm not connected to the internet at all and I just want to plug my shit in and play, that's what I should be able to do. You understand? I don't give a fuck that servers have went down and I gotta wait to. We really gotta dig deep, bro. We really gotta dig deep on the bigger issues here. Too many of y'all that settle because y'all feel like y'all can't do anything. You can definitely do something about it, man. There's solutions. What? Right now, only thing I know is to keep talking about it, just keep talking about it and put your money elsewhere. Like, I know for me, I'm not about to support Sony because they own this bullshit, bro. We gotta, one of the best ways that we can fight against this is vote with our wallet, bro. Like motherfuckers that do have a PlayStation, get another platform, get these third-party platforms, get these third-party games on other platforms. You understand what I'm saying? And then when it comes to the exclusives, fuck it. Don't FOMO in. Just don't buy Wolverine. Don't buy these Sony exclusives. That's gonna hurt their pockets even more than they really gonna want to come to the people and listen to the people. But as long as they know that they can do what the fuck they want to do, and they feel like the repercussions aren't big enough to seem as a threat to them, they gonna do what the hell they want to do, bro. So that's two of the ways that we can definitely do something about it. The biggest way is definitely voting with our wallet, but it depends on how many people are gonna be on board with that. You feel me? And that don't just apply with video games. That applies to everything else as well. But yeah, man, it's that shit right there is scary, bro. Like if I don't, like, for me on PC, I have a lot of games on Steam. If it's not a multiplayer game, if the internet go down, I can go offline on Steam and I'll still be able to boot up whatever game I want to play offline. If my internet go out right now, but my PC can still boot up, I can have access to my game right then and there. Not on PlayStation, not on Xbox. And they talk, and Amazon already talking about doing a cloud service and shit like that. That's what Xbox is doing, because the consoles are going to be too expensive for the average for the average consumer. You feel me? For the average person, the average gamer, to buy these games. Like the next gen consoles, I'm expecting for them to fully be starting at $1,000 plus, $1,100, $1,200 minimum. That's just minimum between that price range, minimum. So one of the people at Amazon, I guess one of the execs at Amazon, was already saying like they hope that, with the more expensive consoles, are going to drive more consumers to cloud gaming. And Amazon already got their foot in a lot of things, bro. I'm not supporting that shit. Now, it'd be good if it's affordable, but you got to have a good internet connection with that shit. You got to have a good internet connection, because it's going to be through streaming, through cloud. And right now, I don't know what the Xbox Cloud is looking like right now, but it did run pretty good because I had a strong internet connection. But I tried it when I had a shittier connection, and it did not run well at all. So if you don't have a good internet connection, at least somewhat decent, you won't even be able to play these games like you want to, because that latency is going to be so bad. Listen, man, this all digital future shit is not where it's at, unless we make these changes that I talked about prior. That's the only way this is going to work. Ownership has to be a big thing. We have to be able to own our games and fully own our games and play them whenever we want, no matter if we connect to the internet or not, man. Period. Listen. It is what it is, bro. Hey, look, make sure y'all stay hydrated, man. Take a swig of water with me. All right. Let's move on to movies. Because, man, I really want y'all to wake the fuck up, bro. It's more than just... Okay, I guess we're not moving on to movies yet. It's more than just, I haven't bought nothing physical in a long time. It's more than that. I promise you it was way more than that. Like, think outside the box, bro. Think of the potential issues this can cause. If your car got repoed and you ain't got access to a vehicle to get to work, you would be fucking pissed. I know it's a little bit more extreme because you need your car over there needing that video game, but what's the point in paying $70 plus for these games and you can't even play these bitches when you want to? You trying to have family game night. Internet go down, you're fucked. Now you got to do something else. Playing the video game is a part of that family game night. Now that's one extracurricular. Now that's one activity that y'all won't be able to do. Now y'all got to move on to board games. But ain't nothing wrong with board games. But I'm just saying that was part of the game night. You feel me? I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just forward thinking. That's all that is. I'm just forward thinking when it comes to a lot of things, and I think about that a lot. Now let's move on to the movies. I rewatched Obsession with me and my girl. She wanted to rewatch it, and I was like, okay, yeah, we can. Good movie, still great movie. I like it even better the second time around. I didn't feel like, oh, this is boring, and I already knew what was gonna happen, but I'm just like, damn. But we were just trying to see if there was anything that we missed the second time around. And it was a couple things. Like the scene where they was in a restaurant and Ian had called Bear and was like, yo, you remember about the shit about her dad? Well, he ain't out the bam and then that scene when he moved behind the wall, I didn't even peep the first time that she got up, unless I forgot. But I didn't peep the first time that she got up from the table just to see where he was at around the corner. Then she went to go sit back down. Like, that shit was crazy. Like, damn. But this is the shit that he calls Bear. It's still a piece of shit. The only innocent motherfucker in that movie was Nikki. That was the only innocent motherfucker in the movie. It was Nikki, because Bear did that. Sarah died because of Bear. Ian died because of Bear. Niggas was selfish. Ian was selfish. Instead of wishing that Bear never even made a wish, that nigga said, oh, I wish I had $1 billion. Like, damn. You couldn't even do your homie a favor? Bitch ass nigga. So yeah. Everybody was selfish as hell. Sarah, selfish as a bitch. Instead of her thinking, damn, what does Bear have to do with this? She talking about I think Nikki is taking advantage of you whole time. Bear was taking advantage of Nikki the whole time. Like, Bear was taking advantage of Nikki, boy. That shit was crazy, man. That was a really good movie, bro. It was more, I think people, when they watch certain things, they very surface level with it. And the whole movie was about consent, right? So when you think about it and then you layer it and you break it down, it's like, okay, this is more than just what you were intending to watch it for. Like, I think a lot of motherfuckers just be hate watching. So when they be watching it, they miss certain things that was definitely important to the story or important to the movie that they was watching. You understand? Like, they be missing certain things because they hate watching low key. They don't, and they probably don't even know if they hate watching, but y'all be like, okay, I heard the movie was too good, can't be that good, so let me go to see what the hype was about. You missing key points in the movie. The whole movie was about consent. The whole movie. That shit was great though. That shit was great. It was a really good movie, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Definitely one of the best movies of 2026 that I've seen thus far. Definitely got to see Brand New Day. I know that comes out today. You know, I'm recording on a Friday, but we definitely gonna go watch it over the weekend, man. I'm gonna buy them tickets. Fucking no. I should have been bought them bitches. I already know that. I see. But I'm definitely gonna get them bitches, man. I want to watch over the weekend. I know that shit gonna be fire. What's it called? But yeah, Obsession was really good, man. If you have not seen Obsession, highly recommend it. Great actors, all young actors. There's only I think the oldest actor is like 31, I think. So 31 to between like the ages of like 25 to 31, all young actors, fresh faces. Like, there's a couple of them that been in other things, but they roles weren't as big. Like, we don't know them for those roles really, unless you remember, like, oh, I remember if you've seen that shit before. Yeah, man, they all did their thing, bro. Everybody really good actors. I can't wait to see them in more movies. Indy Neverett, obviously the main character in the movie, she did her thing. Best actor in the movie, hands down. But everybody acted very well though, man. I want to see everybody. You know, who the girl that played Sarah, the buddy that played Ian, which he also directed the movie and I think produced it, raw as hell. Like, buddy that played Bear. I want to see all of them in different things, and hopefully they make more movies together. I would like to see that as well, because I really do feel like they got range. Everybody got range to play different types of characters and shit like that, man. So yeah, bro. Go watch Obsession, man, if you haven't already. Really good movie. Black Clover. I finished season 4 of Black Clover, and season 5 is gonna be dropping in October. I had watched it yesterday at the time of this recording, and it was episode 170, and the shit was going off, and I was like, oh, this is it. This is the end. So I looked it up instantly, and it was like, okay, season 5 gonna be dropping in October, and hopefully they drop the whole thing, cause I'm gonna binge watch the fuck out of that too, man. I'm all caught up. I wasn't even planning on getting caught up for real, but I'm all caught up now. I'm gonna move on to another anime until October. I don't know what anime I want to watch, because I be watching different things on Netflix as well. Trying to find more documentaries to watch and shit like that. Also, but I'm gonna pick the next anime that I want to watch, like I said, until October comes around. But man, Black Clover was so fucking good, bruh. I really do hope they get Captain Yami and Captain Vengeance back. I really do. William Vengeance, both raw ass characters, very strong mages. They raw as fuck. Asta, spoiler alert. I'm about a manga too. I'm about a Black Clover manga as well, because they might have just finished up the manga. So I want to read the manga, and if I can get through that, then I'm not gonna start from the very beginning though, because I've watched it all. Like I mean, I'm pretty sure I get more details in the manga, but I think I'm just gonna go straight to season 5, whatever the equivalent that is in the manga, and read that. And then if I want to, I'll go back and read through everything. But man, spoiler alert, Asta became friends with his devil. That shit was crazy. So the vice captain of the Black Bulls, that man came out of the woodwork. He was a spy, a secret spy in the Spade Kingdom, which is these folks that they have to fight in the Spade Kingdom. Is basically some of a lot of the niggas in the Spade Kingdom, for the ones that took over Spade Kingdom, I should say, that also took over the Heart Kingdom. They are possessed by devils, and these are some of the strongest mages that these folks are ever gonna fight in their fucking life. Like, this is stronger than the elves that they had fought, and the elves are pretty fucking powerful. They barely got through that by the skin of they chinny chin, you feel me? And now they about to fight niggas in the Spade Kingdom, and one of the villains, I think her name is Vanica, she's possessed by this devil named Magicula, and she's so goddamn strong. It's this is really for that arc is for Noelle, for her to get revenge for her mother, because Vanica is the one that killed Noelle's mother. You understand what I'm saying? But anyways, this shit is lit, man. It's so fire. The power of friendship is strong, and I really can't wait to see how this whole dynamic with what's Asta's devil name? It's like Libe or something like that. Libe or Liba. It's Liba. So Asta's devil name is Liba. It's funny because Asta's devil Libe favors Asta a little bit. On top of that, we found out what Asta's mom looked like, because when we got the introduction, because when I seen Libe, I was like, hold on, he low-key looked like Asta. No correlation though, not related to Asta anyway, but he was a devil that had no magic, and they treated him bad. Same with the boy that was born without no magic, and on Earth, who is Asta. He was born with no magic. What's it called? The nigga came with a 5-leaf clover grimoire. Asta's mom had to give him away because she had this magic that drained other people, and basically she drained their life force and their magic, and she killed them. So she had to basically give away Asta because of that reason. Asta looked just like his mama. Asta's mom found the devil, cleaned him up, you know what I'm saying, got him in big shape, because he was about to die. He was in through the town. That nigga they were trying to kill his ass, boy. Liba was almost a dead man in hell and on Earth. But Asta's mama found him. What's her name? I forgot her name. And she was like, okay, I think I can keep you because you a devil, so I'm not draining your life. You a devil, so you're not here to kill me. I can't kill you, and you ain't got no magic, so you really ain't no threat for real. So I'm gonna just take care of you. Whole time this nigga Libe hated humans. Except for Asta's mom. So Lucifero, obviously Lucifer, right? Lucifero, he came back, you know, just fast forward a little bit. Lucifero came back trying to possess Libe. Asta's mama was like, I need to start calling her saying Asta mama, but I don't know her name. Asta mama was like, hey, you not about to take my son. Like, you not about to take Libe. I'm not gonna let you do it. So she's draining the fuck out of the devil. Now the devil, Lucifero, since he took over Libe's body, he done took his hand, ran his hand from her stomach through her damn spine, killed Asta's mom. But before she died, she trapped Libe inside of the 5-leaf grimoire. And the grimoire chose Asta, obviously, you know, it's at the beginning of the story, if you knew about it. The grimoire found Asta, basically was like, hey, you gonna be the one that's gonna take over this, that, and the third. And the devil has anti-magic. And because the devil has anti-magic, Asta has anti-magic. You understand what I'm saying? Libe. And but she trapped Libe inside of the 5-leaf grimoire to basically protect him. And she was like, yeah, I know you're gonna grow strong, and this grimoire is gonna find somebody, you're gonna find friends, this, that, and the third. And before Libe was like, hey, before Libe got trapped inside or sealed inside of the 5-leaf grimoire, she was like, but mama, or he was like, but mama called Asta's mom, bruh. Shit was crazy. And I wonder if Libe is going to be like, hey, I knew your mama at some point in time, or your mom is this, that, and the third. They may or may not get into that because it's where they left off at was they have 2 days before the ritual starts, because the niggas in the Spade Kingdom, what's they called? The Dark Triad. The Dark Triad, they trying to open up the world to the underworld, and they trying to let all of the devils and demons, you know what I'm saying, come out, and they gonna take over the earth and shit like that. That's what they want to do. So they got 2 days before the ritual starts, and then 7 days after that, because it's like 7 seals that all of the demons got to pass through before they hit earth and shit like that, and able to wreak hell and wreak havoc. And it's gonna be hard for a lot of the knights, or a lot of the magic knights and niggas with magic, period, to stop these niggas, because they so fucking strong. And once the devil's power is at 100%, it's going to be hard to stop the people that's possessed by the devils, and so on and so forth. Like, it's something crazy, bruh. So what it left off at was they got 2 days. Asta beat his devil, beat his devil Libe. They became best fucking friends. Crazy how that's gonna work out. I can't wait to see what's to it. Man, October can't come fast enough. And everybody else is training. They got 2 days to get as strong as they can before they infiltrate Spade Kingdom and ambush the Dark Triad. They gonna basically, the same shit that the Dark Triad did in Clover Kingdom and the Heart Kingdom, they gonna do the same thing in Spade Kingdom. So, and they're gonna try to stop them before the underworld is unleashed. Man, listen, I love Black Clover. This is one of my favorite anime of all time. I can't wait to see how they wrap this all up. And this has been one hell of a ride so far, bro. It's been one hell of a ride, man. They've been going crazy. I love that, and you could tell. And the power scaling in this damn show makes sense. You can tell everybody has gotten stronger from the first episode. Like, you can just tell, man. And seeing a journey from when they went through, it's like the tuning exams. But it's not the tuning exams from Naruto. It's what they call it, bro. They had to take this exam, bro. And I think it's the Magic Knight exam. And they basically go to this, well, actually, no, not even that. When Yuno was chosen by his 4-leaf grimoire, which is, obviously the sign of luck. He's strong as fuck. He has a spirit, what's it called? The wind spirit or something like that. That shit fire. Like, seeing that and seeing Asta have no magic and then getting chosen by the 5-leaf grimoire and where they at now, it just all makes sense, bro. The character development is so fire. The supporting cast is fire. Man, go watch Black Clover, man. If you ain't watched Black Clover, I highly recommend it. Like, I be on straight nerd shit when I'm watching that. So I'm gonna pick another anime to watch, and hopefully I catch up to that and finish that as well before October come around. Cause whatever anime I'm watching at the time, I'm dropping it and I'm back on that Black Clover, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. As far as comics and books, I might drop the Changing World Order. I don't think I gotta finish this shit. I think I got the gist of it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to finish it because I'm damn near at the end, and that's like I might as well. But it's taking up so much of my time, and I have yet to hit my goal or be close to my goal of reading like 80 books and shit like that. Which I think I still can hit that by the end of this year. It's just, that's gonna take a lot of reading, and I have a lot of comics. I got about 40 comics easy that I can get through. Take me about a month to get through them because they easy reads, quick reads. You feel me? But we'll see, man. We'll see. Like I said, I want to finish it. I've been slacking this week on reading, at least reading this book. So I ain't got really much to talk about that on that one, man. I don't have a new word of the day for y'all, and I don't have a new fruit to give y'all benefits for. This is basically an intermission for that because I want to basically hear what y'all got to say about those sections. Do y'all like the word of the day? Do y'all like me giving benefits of the fruits that I like to eat on a I would say daily basis? I'm trying to make it a daily basis, on a weekly basis, or quite often. Something that y'all put that I put y'all on to. Did y'all enjoy the little salt that y'all put on y'all watermelon and y'all ate that shit? How did y'all feel about that? Did y'all try a star fruit yet? Are you on the way to try a star fruit? Like, let me know how y'all like those sections, man. Because if y'all like them, I keep doing them. If not, I just take them out. Also, I want to say too, I've seen my analytics. Shout out to niggas in the United States that listening to me. I appreciate y'all. But shout out to the folks in Japan, Germany, and I think Uganda. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, bro. I see a big percentage of my listeners, like 30% is spread out between Japan, Uganda, and goddamn Germany. So I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. I've been posting a lot of clips as well on YouTube, and my YouTube channel for the pod is growing. It's growing. I'm starting to get more listeners and shit like that. So I just want to say I appreciate y'all, man. I'm seeing the analytics. The pod is growing ever so surely, and I'm just so glad that I'm back at it. Now let's go ahead and get into the miscellaneous news. This is going to take up a good amount of time. I don't want to say this is not miscellaneous news. This is important news. There, let me not do miscellaneous. This is important news. I try not to be too grim, but I want to keep it real. You feel me? I want to just keep it authentic as possible. I just want to keep it as authentic as possible when I'm talking about stuff like this, because this is something that affects us on a daily basis, no matter what it is. You feel me? I'm like, I could talk about, as you can see, we already damn near an hour in, so I could talk about a little bit of everything, or a lot about a little bit. You feel me? Depending on what topic it is, and just run my mouth and get different perspectives on shit. And so I just, I want to have a little bit of everything on the pod, unless it's something that y'all don't want to hear. Please let me know, bro, because I'm doing this not just for me, but for the people, man. And y'all are most important, bro. I want to make sure that this shit is as efficient and concise as possible. But the important news, man. Let's start off with this. Look up Project Blue, and then research other projects that are under names like this that may not stand out to you. You understand what I'm saying? Because this might be happening in your city right now. So Project Blue, look it up. It is a $3.6 billion data center that's being built on 290 acres of land in Tucson. Let me say that again. It's $3.6 billion that's being used to build an AI data center on 290 acres of land in Tucson. But the city is now, you already know what that said. There's a drought going on right now, especially in that state period. There's a drought going on. You know, it's always, and the water was running low, getting lower and lower every single year. At some point, it's gonna be inhabitable, unless it's habitable to the animals that know where to find fresh water and shit like that. But the city is trying to stop its drinking water, its fresh drinking water, from being used by this AI data center. So that's gonna backfire on them. You understand? The people of the city voted against this. It was backlash against this, but folks was still adamant on passing the bill to allow this to get built. Nasty fucking work, bro. $3.6 billion. Do you not know how much 3.6 billion? First of all, a lot of us can't even conceptualize 3.6 billion, right? Unless we see it as a number on the screen, but just think about it in physical dollars. You can't even conceptualize how much money that is. Do you not know how much that would help the city if that 3.6 billion was being put back into the city for the people? 290 acres of land. We can't even conceptualize. Hold on. Let's just do this research real quick. How many acres is in a football field? A standard American football field covers about 1.32 acres of land. So you might think, oh, 1 acre, that's not a lot. A football field, y'all know how big a football field is. That's 1.32 acres of land. Just to give y'all an idea. Take 290 football fields. That's how big that fucking AI data center is gonna be. Take 290 football fields. Plus a little bit extra, because it's 1.32 acres. Think how large that fucking data center is gonna be. How much that's gonna fuck up the environment. How much that's going to hurt the people, especially if they are still allowed to use drinking water. Motherfuckers won't even be able to live here. Then it's like, okay, y'all want to use drinking water, fresh water for these data centers. Once the water is gone, first of all, who's gonna live there? Second of all, what's gonna happen to the data center? They're just gonna rot on the ground? They're just gonna be there at that point? Like, what's gonna happen then? They're gonna find another alternative? Okay, well, we used up all the water, now we can use these chemicals. What the fuck is really going on out here, bro? Do y'all not see how crazy that is? And look it up in your city, wherever you are at, especially if you are in the United States, because this type of shit is running rampant in the United States, and motherfuckers are still trying to make this, AI data centers, they only use up about this much water. When you think about streaming, Netflix, and how much water? Like, bitch, it's using that now. There are more data centers being built out the wazoo right now. It's going to get worse, nigga. People are so narrow-minded when they think. I see this type of argument on Twitter. People are so narrow-minded when they think. Think about the bigger picture here. It's more than just, oh, Netflix uses fresh water for the... Nigga, they've been using that fresh water over the amount of time. Netflix been around for how long? AI data centers been around for how long? And they already using up as much as them? And they only been around for a few years? And it's getting worse. More are being built. What the fuck is really going on? Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back down, because I see I'm starting to get a little crazy. Let me just bring it. I'm starting to get a little wild. Let me bring it back down. This is what I also brought in the notes. What I wrote in the notes. Developer Bill Infrastructure secured approval from the Arizona Corporation Commission for power provisions via Tucson Electric Power (TEP), and the Pima County Board of Supervisors approved a $21 million land scale. Construction on the site began in early 2026. Why the fuck why do these corporations have a say-so? And what can happen with the land that the regular people takes up most of? They should come to the regular people. They should go door by door. Hey, this is what we're trying to do. Do y'all want this to happen? Yay or nay? Period. No, I don't want that to happen. Oh, and give the pros and cons. Real pros and cons. The cons gonna outweigh the pros every time. Do you want this to happen? No. Some people gonna say yeah. Some people. Then based off of that, all right, these amount of people, they voted against it. These amount of people are for it. More are against it than for. So therefore, this isn't gonna happen. People need to have more of a say-so than just who they put in offices and shit like that. More than the Senate, the mayors. You understand what I'm saying? The city council, all of that shit. They need to give people more of a say-so on what can happen on the land that we have to live off of, that our children and children have to live off of. There's only one earth on this bitch. We ain't going nowhere. So us as a people need to fight to make sure that the land is protected as much as it can be, and not being taken control by these billion-dollar corporations and these billionaires that want to buy up all this land and everything else, that want to have full control over this shit. Before it gets too nasty, we have to vote with our wallet. We have to make sure that if we can find, whether we can carpool one another, farmers markets and shit like that, especially if they black owned. If they black owned, go to that black owned grocery store if you can find one. There's one in Chicago. Go to that shit. Shop at it. If you can go to a farmer's market and it's black-owned business up there at that farmer's market, and they selling fruits, veggies, and they selling fucking desserts, chips, whatever the case may be, do that shit. Or if you are able to, because this is message going out to you as well. If you are able to put together an event for an all black farmers market that you can do once a month and maybe turn into once a week or whatever the case may be, but like, okay, let's say you buy some land here and you own that land. Like for me, this is what I want to do. I want to buy some land. I'm going to fully own that land because I ain't got to pay no property taxes on that motherfucker. That land, wherever it is going to be in the area where most black people have access to, and it's going to be an event here. It's going to be non-profit. It's going to be I'm not going to take no, like if you open up a venue up there, I don't want no money from you. Because I already got my own, right? This is where black people can come and they can try out all of the little businesses and shit like that, or people that grow food and shit. They can buy the food from them, they can use it, you know what I'm saying? They can use cash, cryptocurrency, whatever the case may be, or for different services. But like, hey, you give me some food, I can clean your carpets. Whatever the case may be, bro, interact with one another. Keep that system going. I want to do something like that. Have a piece of land where these venues can come to, and everybody come through and they shop and they do their thing, and they take their business and they black dollar and keep it in the ecosystem of the black community and take it away from places like Walmart, Target, these fashion designers like Gucci and fucking Louis Vuitton and whatever the fuck niggas like to buy and shit. Take it away from all of that shit, bro. You can go to these places that's selling clothes and this, that, and the third, and when it comes to going back to school, we have back to school drives and shit like that. We growing an astronomical amount of food for people during the winter because times get hard in the winter. You understand what I'm saying? So we got food, we got canned food, glass food, back to school drives. We making our own clothes for the children to go back to school in. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't gotta go places we gotta buy our clothes. No, we got our own clothes. And it's within what's it called? Guidelines of the school system, whatever they want. So if they are wearing uniform, You feel me? Because uniforms are expensive. I remember that shit used to be expensive when I was growing up. I remember hearing my grandparents and my parents talk about that shit. Oh, this shit expensive. This, that, and the third. Woo, woo. Especially when niggas getting taller. You done got taller. Now this shit, I got, you feel me? We got it. And you could come here every month, every week, however often. If they got the product and they can set up shop, they can do that shit. And y'all can go there and, you feel me? And I want to be able to do that shit in more than just one place, more than just one state. You understand what I'm saying? I got to go back to Chicago. I got to give back to the children there. Just because even though I was born and raised till I was 14 there, a piece of me is still there. You feel me? A piece of me is still in Chicago, man. I got to go back there and do what I got to do, man. Like I said, I definitely want to do some shit like that. Get some land, get some property and just hold venues there. Like, hey, y'all gonna come here and y'all got y'all businesses and shit like that already set up. This is just an extra place to where if people can't, if you closed on this day or whatever the case may be, you can come here. We got exclusive shit here at the farmer's market that you probably can't even get at the restaurant. Do some shit like that. You feel me? Get people to try more things, man, and y'all cooperate with each other, and then y'all do collabs with each other. Hey, we selling clothes and food here. If you get a plate or you buy you get a plate, this come with some merch or whatever, bro. I don't know. I know I went on a tangent, but this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I know we were talking about AI data centers and shit like that, but look it up in your state and see where this shit is happening in yours, because I guarantee you it's happening in your state as well. Right up under your motherfucking nose. Right up under your nose. Just look it out. Just look it up. They doing a lot of things that's right up under our noses, bro, and they fucking us up. Not just us, but the animals that we need to survive out this bitch. And I don't mean just for consumption. I don't mean for consumption. I don't eat animals, right? But for those of you who do, for consumption and to keep the food chain going. A lot of animals, if these data centers are gonna be pushing out, or these solar panel farms are gonna be pushing out animals to places where they don't belong. And they're gonna be fucking up the ecosystem for these other animals that actually belong there. It's gonna fuck up the food chain. It's gonna fuck up everything else. All of this shit is connected, y'all, which is what I'm saying. On top of the AI data centers, this is another part of the important news. They are destroying books. Y'all know about that. They burning them and they destroying them. So they taking these books, these fucking firms or whoever the fuck it is, bro. They spending millions of dollars buying rare books and old books. They taking them to these places and they cutting the spines off of them bitches. They have an AI scan them, because AI is just something that's just generated, is learned from information that's already here. They cutting the spines off of the books. They scanning these bitches and they destroying them. Whether they burning them, turning them into whatever else, they destroying books, bro. Buy as many books as you possibly can. Go to your local Barnes and Noble. Go to your local mom and pop shop that sell books and buy them bitches. Obviously, books that's important to you or that's interesting to you, whether it's fiction or nonfiction, buy them bitches, man. Even if you don't even read them none, just buy them and have them. Create your own library. Shit is getting nasty out here. They destroying information. I'm a glutton for information. I love information, and this shit hurts my soul. That the shit that they did way back in the day, you know, understand, with the Vatican and shit like that, where, you know, they destroyed a lot of black history when it came to books and black people that was in these areas, and they don't want you to know. They love destroying history. They love destroying information, because if you don't have the knowledge and if you don't have the knowledge of what happened in the past, you won't have the wisdom of the present to prepare for the future. You understand what I'm saying? You won't have it. So buy as many books as you can. Speak out against this as well. This probably happening in a city, in your city, or somewhere in proximity to you. I guarantee you. Without knowledge, and then the application of that knowledge, is how they keep people ignorant and stuck, scared, worried, in fear all the motherfucking time. Fuck, like, they are doing so much to destroy our nervous system. It's ridiculous. This is why I'm buying as many comics as I can, not just for the value of it, but because I thoroughly enjoy that shit. And it's something I want to do in my childhood. And every time I buy a new comic, my inner child gets happy. And this is why I follow No Names Book Club, because there's so many books that I want to buy out that month. Like, I want to gain access to these books. I have a library card. I need to start going a lot more often. Not because it's just a quiet place, but because shit, it's access to all of this knowledge. And I want to see if they have certain books, if I can order books from them and shit like that, or they can order a book for me and I can just pay for it there. I want to see if I can do that. You understand? Like, if they have a book that I'm interested in, I want to see if I can buy it from the library. If I can, I don't just want to check it out. I want to own that motherfucker, especially if it's good. I want that bitch. If it's a book that I've been wanting, I want that bitch. I check it out. So I check it out. I like it. Can I buy it? If so, I'm in there like fucking swimwear, man. I'm about to have a home. I'm about to have a whole library in my home. Not in the home that I'm in now, but sometime down the line in the future, because the book's about to get astronomical in this bitch. I will have read every single one. Y'all about to be looking in the background. Y'all was like, damn, he got nothing but books on books, and he read every one of them bitches. I'm telling you. Old literature and all of that. I want it all, bruh. Because these books contain information that is important to us, important for us to continue to survive and keep our thinking fresh into the ideas that were old, make them anew, and see how we can innovate on the ideas that were already thought of. You understand what I'm saying? To help better us in the future. You feel me? Like, this cannot go on for much longer, bro. We have to take a bigger stance on this. It's fucked up out here. It's so many. I was just talking about this with my girl the other day. Like, it's so many different issues that needs to be attacked at one time. Like, it's overwhelming at one point, but we can't stop. Black people still getting killed. Our black babies still getting killed. R.I.P. Nolan Wells. R.I.P. Nolan Wells. Still no arrest made for that black boy's death. Still no arrest. So again, so still war against our people. They burning books. Things are becoming more and more unaffordable. The value of the dollar is depleting like a bitch. It lost 96 and 99% of its value since 1913 when the Federal Reserve was created. The Strait of Hormuz is closed still because niggas presidents want to go at war with Iran, knowing they have full control over the world. Basically, most of the world oil comes from Iran. And when the oil is affected, everything else is affected. Our groceries, our fertilizer that's used to grow these foods at these farms that some people like Bill Gates have full control over. So our food supply will be fucked. It's getting hot out this bitch. Climate change is happening. They purposely killed a lot of our vegetables that we used to grow over 100 years ago. A lot of our vegetables and fruits are extinct. Not just the animals, but the fruits and our vegetables that we used to have that gave us different benefits and shit for different ailments that we have that we could eat that used to taste good or whatever the case may be. They're extinct. Now, there's certain nonprofit companies around the world, you can't find them, that's still trying to keep these vegetables and shit alive. I forgot the name of them. I'm going to go back and look at that documentary and write down the name. I wish I wrote down the name of that company so that way I can go ahead and order some seeds and shit like that so I can grow a lot of these fruits and veggies that we can't find in the grocery store anymore. When I do get that information, I'm never going to come back to that, give that to y'all. But they're trying to keep these certain species of vegetables alive, and it's hard because the climate change, and it's not like we're evolution is having us like we getting new vegetables and shit that we never heard of. We ain't getting no more. Not only that, the food that we do have, they destroying them from the inside out. They spraying, or from the outside in, depending on how you want to look at it. They spraying that peel all over this shit. Pills being sprayed all over this shit. Then on top of that, for certain people that are growing food at their home and their own land, and say if they're close to a farm, the people that that corporate that is spraying A-pill on all of these vegetables, guess what's being, when that wind blows in a certain direction, guess where that A-pill go? On the fruits and vegetables of the local farmer that has all organic food. That shit is getting on the food, bruh. So it's just a lot of things that's going on right now that keeps us distracted, or that breaks our spirit, or let me not say our, but breaks people's spirit. Cause not mine. I would never allow my spirit to be broke. I'm not giving up on this shit. I would never start talking about this shit. You understand? And I'm taking action. As much as I can. And right now it's talking about it. I'm getting my capital up so I can make more moves. Cause I have these ideas. I just gotta get my capital so I can get through it. Cause I'm gonna be self-funded basically. I don't want government money to you know what I'm saying, to have control over whatever, only for certain things. As long as I keep full control, it's only for, I'm gonna be fully self-funding a lot of this stuff. You understand? So it's just so many things that's in place right now that keeps people distracted, sad, nervous system fucked up, worried all the time, scared, and fear, especially in fear of speaking out, to the point where it's allowing these billionaires to do what the fuck they want to do, really. It's allowing for white people to get away with killing somebody like Nolan Wells. Because there's a lot of people that know about it, but I still feel like it's not enough people that's speaking about it. Shout out to Colin Kaepernick. R.I.P. Nolan Wells once again. This is a young black boy who was on a boat with some friends. I was some friends. And y'all know the story. He died. He went with them. They came back without him. They had his phone, his keys. They deleted text messages, Snapchats. There was a phone call that recently had came out that basically they knew he was dead. They admitted that he was dead. Or is he dead? They asking, is he dead? Oh my God, this, that, and the third. Now you can hear him on the phone call. They lied inside, tried to say that they don't know what happened. A lot of conflicting stories. A lot of niggas got that. Nobody knows what happened, but everybody was there with him. There are no arrests that was made. Colin Kaepernick, shout out to Colin Kaepernick. He had Nolan Wells' body sent to a private investigator for a private autopsy, I mean. Before he get there, apparently, he get there, his throat missing when he get there. And I say some people in the comments, I remember seeing this shit, like videos of this shit coming out, and people was in the comments, well, that's what happens with autopsy. This happens because of, why was his body tampered with? Every time somebody black dies, they always want to take especially young and black, they want to take organs and shit. No arrests were made. The judge, I think this was in Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me just do a quick Google search real quick, so that way I'm not speaking out of my ass. Yes, this was in Mississippi. The judge in Mississippi tried to cover it up. Everybody, all the white folks lawyered up. Right when this shit happened, still nobody speaking out. If y'all innocent, y'all ain't got nothing to do with this, speak the fuck up. Speak the fuck up. I'm gonna talk about this shit every time. Because now it's a lot, now it's more information now, and I feel like I can articulate myself on speaking on this now. Cause I've been knowing this was happening. I'm just tired of seeing this shit, bro. Especially with our black children. It's disgusting. If you are black and you are in a predominantly white area, try to keep your home as black as possible. Please keep your home as black as possible. Keep them away from predominantly white spaces as much as you can. If you are in a predominantly white area and they go to a white school over there and the predominant people that go there are white and they have extracurricular activities, try to go to that practice. Go to every game or try to go to that practice if you can. And if you can help it, don't let them come back with they people. You go pick them up or have somebody go get them, drop them off, go get them every single time. Whatever the case may be, bro. They can't go over nobody's house. Not if they all, you low key, you might not want them to go to nobody's house, period. But if they all white and they got nothing but white friends, they can't go over their house, not alone. Not alone. Even if you did meet the parents, it's too dangerous. Because you see now, you can use this as an example. They're going to protect themselves every single time. Every single time. It's case in point. We see this shit over and over and over again. Every single time. They're going to protect themselves. They don't give a fuck about that black boy. How old was Nolan Wells, bro? How old was Nolan Wells, man? Because this shit here, 18. They don't give a fuck about that. He was born in 07, G. They don't give a fuck that a kid died. They don't give a fuck that a child died, G. And this can happen to your people as well. So just protect yourself, man. Just protect yourself. I don't know what the parents are doing. I'm not going to put the focus on them. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted to keep strictly on these white folks that killed this black boy, that murdered him. Even if it was, I ain't even gonna put that in there. I ain't even gonna put that in there. They murdered him, point blank, period. Nobody speaking out is murder, period. Shit is disgusting. He was 18, G. Whole life ahead of him. Because he out there with some white folks, he dead. How long are they gonna keep this up? How many times are we going to keep seeing this shit and just be like, well, that's crazy? It's sad, bro. It really is. It really is. This is the reality, bro. This is America. Like, this is what America. Nothing's changed, D. But just slight things. History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. Especially when you don't know the history. Nothing changed, G. Motherfuckers always be talking about, man, we used to be a proper country. I know it'd be jokes a lot of the time when that's being said, but let's stop joking about that shit. Because it wasn't. Let's stop. It ain't funny. Trying to make light of that situation ain't shit funny, bro. This is why we in a situation that we are in now. That shit is not funny. We regressed as a country. When have we ever progressed, for real? All because black people not getting sprayed down with hoses and getting dog sick on them. Things got better. No. The crack era fucked up a lot of shit. Once we were trying to get our shit together. After Jim Crow, here come crack. Fucked up the family dynamic. Things are starting to get better. But it's only because we have more black people now healing and shit like that. But that trauma is still there, strong. And the best way that we can get over that is to stop joking about certain things and putting laughter behind certain shit. And acting like this country has just been, oh, it was good at one point. It wasn't. It wasn't on your fucking radar. But it's been happening. And now we can see it a lot more often because we have the internet, the pro about having the internet, the pro about these phones. I got a new phone, by the way. I'm going to talk about that after this. Just and I know it can be like you don't want to be a Debbie Downer and shit like that. You don't want to be sad and shit, but it's like it's not about that. It's about caring for one another and really wake the fuck up to what's really going on out here, bro. Period. America was never this, oh, we just an all-inclusive country and black people are we love them, and it was never that. Never. The name America was founded upon bullshit, racism, pillaging, raping. The police were founded upon, they were known as slave catchers. And this is and the police that we have now, this is the background that they have. This is the reason why I don't fuck with them. Because they still have that same connotation to them. Slavery never ended. It just looked different. Shackles on people's minds. Shackles on people's time. The prison system. All of this shit is still alive in the way of racism ain't went nowhere. And we see it every single day. So I don't want niggas to act like shit was just so good and dandy at one point when it just felt like that. But you wasn't aware of what the fuck was going on over the last 20 years. Shit ain't stopped. Just look different. That's all. So just get y'all just for once, bruh. And if it don't apply, let that shit fly. But get your head out of your ass. If you feel like somebody need to hear this shit, play this shit for them, bruh. Get your head out of your ass, man. Mother, it's time to do something. It's been time. All right, now let's make it a little bit more lighthearted. Let's talk about this music. You already know what the fuck going on, man. Cletus Strap. He's an artist. He signed to Tan Cressetta. I believe that's Earl Sweatshirt's label. I'm not too sure. I need to look up to see who owns that label, but I believe it's Earl Sweatshirt. But I remember when me and my girl went to the Live, Laugh, Love tour, went to this show. He had Cletus Strap. What's it called? He had Cletus Strap basically opening up for him. So I would assume this is his label. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, Tan Cressetta is an independent record label founded by rapper and producer Earl Sweatshirt. Oh damn, since 2012. Okay, I wasn't even aware then. Damn, that's crazy. So yeah, man. So that's who he got signed up under him, and he got a new song with Earl. Cletus Strap got a song with Earl, and Cletus Strap, he did his thing, but Earl slid, bro. Earl slid. That nigga Earl he is reaching new heights. I ain't even gonna lie to you. He reaching new heights when it comes to his music and rapping ability and shit. Hold on, man. Let me just. I wonder why that nigga name is Cletus Strap. I believe he dropping a new album. It's called Rappers Suck, I believe. But the song is called Nonchalant. This shit was fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. And like I said, Cletus Strap, he did his thing, but Earl stood out on that bitch, bro. Earl is on an impeccable run right now. That nigga can rap his ass off, and I love I love the flow that he been going with. You know, understand what I'm saying? Like, that Earl is that nigga, bro. Earl can rap his ass off. Cletus Strap can rap too. But Earl can rap his ass off, and he's showing like he is hitting new heights. And I really hope that he drop a new album this year. And I really hope that Earl doesn't let this time go to waste, bro. Like I really do believe that Earl is gonna drop another album, and he might drop another classic whole time. I want him to rap on. I want him to have an album where he rapping on straight trap beats. I know that shit'd be fire, cause that nigga can flow. Earl has a crazy flow, bro. Earl got a crazy flow, especially with the shit he been using now, man. Earl been going crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Go listen to that shit. It's called Nonchalant by Cletus Strap featuring Earl Sweatshirt. That shit hard. He's on a crazy run. I hope he drop another album. I want to hear him on more features. Mate, she dropped a new album. I listened to it. I finally listened to an album before the pod, and it's called Starter. It's called Starter. Listen, bro. Go listen to her. Go listen to her. I highly recommend it. She can rap her ass off, man. She from Chicago. Listen, bro. This album is fire. I highly recommend it. MVTE. She dropped the album called Starter. It's ST, the number 8 RTER. The songs. I gotta cut that out. The songs that I recommend is Start. Is ST, the number 8R. Start. Highly recommend that. Speak. Highly recommend that. That song is hard. And I want to give y'all one more. You know what? I already heard these two songs before the album had dropped, but Gold Teeth, and oh yeah, those are the two songs that I heard before the album actually officially dropped. But Gold Teeth, go listen to that. Gold Teeth is the first song on the album, and she one of them ones. She next up, boy. Go listen to it, man. I'm telling you, she raw as hell. You know what? I'm gonna play a song from her because I don't really have a song queued up. So I'm gonna play a song from her, bruh. And y'all let me know what you think. I'm gonna play Speak. That's the song that I really like. And I think this is my favorite song on the album so far. So yeah, that's what we're gonna get into, bruh. Go listen to Mate. She hard as hell, but this is the song I'm gonna play is Speak. It's by Mate, and YouTube, I do apologize in advance, man. So here we go. And that was Speak by Mate. Listen, bro. That shit was hard. Love how smooth it was. Her voice is very unique. Don't know other rappers sound like her. And if I hear another rapper sound like her, I know they biting, boy. I'm already knowing. She hard. Y'all can't tell me that shit was a fire, man. Go listen to Mate today. Her new album is called Starter. I would love to interview her. I want to know who her inspirations is, man. She raw as hell, boy. Mate is, she raw. And I hope I'm pronouncing her, excuse me, I hope I am pronouncing her name right. If not, I get it right, man. But it's MVTE. MVTE, Mate. So go listen to that shit. She raw as hell, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you. She shorty ass can really rap. She can really rap with the best stuff. And like I said, and her voice is so unique. And she's a good beat picker too. She knows how to choose really good beats. I wonder if she make her own beats. I wouldn't be surprised. Mike Jones. Okay, so Mike Jones is the producer. He the producer. I don't know if he produced everything, but he the producer, man. Yeah, go listen to Mate, bruh. She hard as hell. She hard. Now let's get into my favorite version of the pod, or my favorite portion of the pod. Investing. This might be pretty short because I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I don't mind repeating myself because I want to really drill it through y'all fucking head that cash is trash, but cash flow is king. And if you're new here, I'm going to explain. Cash is trash because why? It's fiat. It's fake money. Don't tell me what's fake and what's not. I read these books. I understand it now. Go read them and you will understand exactly where what my POV is. But money is fake. Fiat money is not real. That shit inflates and it loses value. That's why a lot of things around us are more expensive, like gas. Outside of shit like the Strait of Hormuz being closed and all of that, and inflation hit, the value of the dollar go down. That's why things are very expensive because nothing is backing that dollar. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like the dollar is pegged to an asset. When the asset go up, the dollar go up. It's not like that at all. That's why I fuck with cryptocurrency, because the value of them go up, my money go up as well. I could take profits on that shit and I could still spend it and do whatever else I need to do with it. You understand what I'm saying? So money is, like I said, the dollar that we use is fucking fiat, man. I really just want y'all to understand that. Once you understand that cash is trash and cash flow is king, then you understand, okay, I need systems in place to help me, make money in my sleep. You want cash flow to either help you pay more for your bills or to invest, and you could take that cash flow from those investments and put it into other investments that are going to make you money. So it's not about finding a certain stock or a certain crypto, right? When it comes to investing, it's not, oh, okay, I'm gonna invest in just Apple or whatever the case, and then I'm gonna just let it go up over time. It's not just about that. It's about investing into a asset that's going to make you money, that's going to beat the hurdle rate. It's going to beat the hurdle rate, and you taking profits and you stuffing those profits into other avenues that can help you make you money, like cash value life insurance, creating that system, creating that cash flow, because like I said earlier, cash flow is king. Investing into dividends that'll pay you on a monthly, quarterly, daily, weekly basis. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever you decide to invest in there. You fed me? Invest in fucking, oil or whatever the case may be, bro. If you can invest in these things, gold, silver, that's gonna help you make money that can beat inflation, that can get passed down to your children, children have assets that and compound over time. Because outside of crypto, money compounds at 10% every 7 years. But with crypto, for me, that can expedite that tenfold. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to investing, you don't just want to, well, you can, that's also a strategy. You can do what the fuck you want to do. But I know for me, I don't just want to buy it and hold it. I want to buy it go up, I take profits, I buy dividends I buy stocks that's going to pay me dividends. I take that dividend paying income. Now that's extra cash flow that I don't have to trade time for money for. Because anytime you're trading time for money, you got to go out to go work. You got to go put that labor in. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not trading time for money. Those dividend paying assets is allowing me to trade, is allowing me to take time, is allowing me to use that money to free up time. So the dividend paying assets are going to go into other assets that's going to pay dividends. Or that's going to pay dividends, or that's going to buy more cryptocurrencies. You understand what I'm saying? That go up in price, I take profits, and I just repeat the process. You feel me? That's what that whole thing is, man. That's all that is, bro. You want to create as much cash flow as you can. So if you do get a second job, hell, even a third, if you can fucking manage it and it don't, make you too tired, you take that extra income. If it don't go to certain bills or, college, whatever the case may be, you take that extra income, you buy assets that's gonna pay you. Then once those assets that are paying you equal to the amount that's making you as much as your second and third job or your second and third job combined, then you off those extra jobs, use that extra income, and you do what you want to do with it. Buy more assets. I know for me, I would buy more assets. And none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I would do and what I am doing. You understand what I'm saying? Like the market is down right now, crypto. I'm buying more crypto. Okay? I'm buying as much Bitcoin, XRP, Chainlink, XLM, HBAR, Flare, VChain, Zabet Network, and I'm gonna add 2 more. I still don't know what I want to add to. I don't know if I want to add Ethereum and Solana or Solana and AVAX, one of the two. But I'm buying those as much as I possibly can. As much as I can. So that way I can, be set for the future. Shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that's basically what this like making money and investing is all about. It's about creating that cash flow and having that security blanket that you don't have to rely on another man or woman for. You understand what I'm saying? That you get these systems in place, or you get this system in place. If you lose your job tomorrow, or after everything is in place, you'll be good. You have the money to cover everything for you because you put that money into vehicles that allow you to, still keep your operations going. And then that can help you save time to go look for another job. If you want to. Cause you might be like, well, shit. Yeah, I lost my job, but I'm making enough over here to where I really don't gotta go to work. So do I really want to go do that? You can if you want to. But if you do, you find another job, that's just extra income on top of that. So if you're making 4 racks a month, and you're making 4 racks in your dividends, however long it took you to get there, you're making 4 racks in your dividends, that's $8 grand a month. So you can do a lot with $8 grand a month. A whole lot. After all bills and non-negotiables are paid. So I'm just saying, man, I'm just trying to, open y'all mind up to different ways on how to get this motherfucking money and to show you that it's more than one way of doing things. You don't have to do the traditional shit no more, bro. We have access to all of these things. And stop, and I don't mean betting and all of the gambling and shit. I don't do that gambling shit. Stop that gambling shit. Please stop that gambling shit. And ain't getting you nowhere, especially if you using that same money that you won to not create systems for yourself to get this money. You just throwing money away. Stop gambling with the same money that you won, bro. If you are gambling, take that money and go put it in something that's gonna make you more money, bro. Stop that gambling shit. Please stop that gambling shit. That's another thing too. When it comes to investing, it's not just finding a certain stock of crypto to hold long term, but it's also investing in yourself. Stop buying snacks every fucking week. Invest in healthier foods. Cause some of y'all be like, oh, well, cause some of y'all, or some people that you may know, got a fucking pantry full of chips and cakes and cookies, but they talking about buying them organic vegetables and shit. It's too expensive. Get fucking real. You understand? Stop drinking that alcohol, but that shit destroying your liver, man. Especially if you drinking if you drinking every weekend, hell, even on a monthly basis. It's not just on an occasion, like every 3 months or so. Stop drinking that motherfucking liquor. That shit destroying your body. You got a beer belly, G. And that's why. You got a gut, because you can't stop drinking alcohol. Invest in more water and shit like that. Invest in that. Invest more in your health. Okay? Go exercise. That's also investing. All of these things will help you make better decisions for your life if you get it together that way. And you ain't got to do it all at once. Start small and build your way up. That's all. But you ain't got to jump head first in the shit, because a lot of people like to jump head. I like to jump head first in the shit. When it comes to certain, I like to go head first in the shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. But pause. That shit sounded crazy. But Like it's calculated. You fed me. Yeah, I learned a little bit about it. I feel like I know enough. I go in. Okay, but that's just with certain things. That's just with certain, not everything. I know what to do that with and what not to do that with. You understand what I'm saying? So just start small and then work your way up. Invest in yourself more and more, read more. You understand what I'm saying? Do more things that make you happy. That's also investing. It's not just money. Go give back. That's also investing into the community and shit like that. It's not just about the money, but also it's also about other things that affects your life. Your health, your mental, and your spiritual walk. All that shit affects your life and those around you. If you're fucked up in here, you're gonna be fucked up out here. Okay? So that's also investing. Take heed, bro. Take heed. But if you just want to stick on the cash portion of it, you trading time for money. I know you don't want to do that shit forever. Take some of that money and invest it into assets that's gonna pay you. So the way you have more you will have more time. You have that money can free up more time for you. So that way, if you want to take a day off, let's say you made, I don't know, let's just say for this 8 hours, you made $30 an hour. And in that $30 and in them 8 hours, this is how much you would make out of that day. If you feel like you got enough paying you in them dividends or whatever assets that's paying you, bro, take a day off. You already covered for that day because the dividends is paying you there. You covered. Even if you're getting paid dividends once a month, that's one day that you can take off a month. No PTO being used or none of that shit. Cause you covered. Well, damn, if think about it like this. If I start here, then if I could do 150, what's stopping me from making 250 or 300 or $1,000 a month? What's stopping me? If I invest this much, how much will I have? So invest in yourself, but also invest in something, an asset. Invest in something. Gold, silver, crypto, stocks, real estate, whatever it is, invest in that shit, bro. And you know, go over your finances once a month. It's only gonna take a couple hours. I do it every single month. It's gonna take me about an hour and a half. And I move on. That's an hour of my day a month. That's it. And you can do the same thing. And that's because I don't have none of my bills on auto pay. I pay all my bills manually. So that way I know exactly where all my money going. So I know, okay, at the end of the month or when I'm done paying all of this shit, this is how much money I'm left over when I'm done paying all bills and non-negotiables. So just take care of yourself, bro. Invest in yourself and create a system of constant cash flow. Remember, cash is trash. Cash flow is king. I'm gonna say it one more time. Say it with me. Cash is trash. Cash flow is king. I'm putting y'all on how to create and use money to free up time. I'm putting y'all on. But it's up to you if you want to pick these gems up or not. Okay? All right. So listen, man. That's it, bro. That's all I got for you, man. I ain't about to get all preachy and shit. That's it. That's all I have for y'all. That's all I have for you. I really do appreciate you for coming through and listening. This has been episode 75 of the Von Talks podcast. Y'all make sure y'all drink some water, exercise, and fucking relax. And I will most definitely see y'all last on the next one. Peace.